What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here to talk about the data download that happened today on Global, and it introduces some pretty interesting stuff that a lot of people are kind of wondering what the hell's going on with the game, because recently we had a little bit of data mine. It introduced, it was weirdly enough to bring in 2 batches of treasure map units. Yes, that's correct. 2 treasure map units and then 2 batches of treasure map rare recruit characters were in the data download. So a lot of people were wondering what the hell was going on. If we go over to the tavern real quick, you can see we have a brand new treasure map Sugo-Fest, and there is a lot of characters that are going to be debuting. So we have a new Big Mom, we have an Otama, and we have a Chopper. These 3 characters are going to be the boosters for the upcoming treasure map versus Queen. Queen is the actual new treasure map that's coming out. So if we go over to the event page real quick, there's the little event that you can play in order to get the boosters and stuff, and you can see on the icon that Queen is indeed the brand new treasure map unit that we'll be playing against in this treasure map. However, the other units that are debuting alongside this are going to be the Frankie, the Usopp, and the Sanji. Those characters in particular were for the release of treasure map Komurasaki. Now, something else that is interesting is that treasure map Komurasaki is also in this data download, so we'll have to wait until the official announcement of the Sugo-Fest to see how this is going to be structured. But at this point, the way that it kind of looks to be is that it's going to be treasure map Queen, and as we complete the rewards for treasure map Queen, we'll also get the unit and then the limit break materials for treasure map Komurasaki at the same time. But it also begs another question: is what are the point boosts going to be like? I would assume that, you know, Big Mama, Otama, and Chopper are going to be pretty much the same. But are the other characters, Frankie, Usopp, and Sanji, are they also going to be really high point boosters as well? Because I can imagine some of the teams in this treasure map are going to be kind of funky in terms of the amount of points that you'll be able to get. But let's talk about this Sugo-Fest. We'll talk about the new units as well, and we'll kind of see how this is all going about, okay? So let's start off with the Sugo-Fest structure. First multi discounted at 30 gems. The second multi is a legend or a raid boosted character. I hate those steps, but you know, it's kind of hard to replace it with something else. I'm not a big fan of them. Multi 3 is interesting because you get either Olin, which is Big Mom, Chopperamon, or Otama. One of them are guaranteed on the third multi. That's actually pretty good though, because you know, you could potentially pull Lin, who is the highest point booster, just straight off the cuff, which is crazy, right? That's a huge boost to your amount of points you'll be getting on the treasure map. It helps you out a lot. But you could also get Olin, you could get Chopperamon, you could get Otama. It's interesting. I don't mind this step, actually. It's okay. However, I think Otama, who is the lowest point booster, actually has like probably the best support out of the 3 new boosters, which is kind of annoying. So it may be a little bit difficult to get these units. And bear in mind that the other 3 boosters, Sanji, Usopp, and Frankie, will be in this Sugo-Fest somewhere, right? So after the third multi, you got the discounted at 1 gem. You've got the 5th multi, which guarantees you a legend. And then multi 6 is quite interesting because it mentions you just get a new character, which means you get one of the 3 boosters, or you get one of the other 3, either Usopp, Frankie, or Sanji. That's really, really cool. I like that they're doing that, and it will be interesting to see what the actual rates are for the other 3 as well, because we pretty much go through history and we can see what the other units are probably going to be like the Big Mom, the Chopper, and the Otama, but we absolutely have no idea what the other 3 are going to be in terms of their rates. It's going to be super interesting to see what happens, right? The 7th multi is another legend or a rate boost, 8 is a discount to 1 gem, 9 is another new character, 10 being a legend or a rate boost, 11, once again, is Olin, Chopper, or Otama. So, honestly, it's going to be pretty difficult to get, like, all of these boosters in one. Personally speaking, I'm probably only going to do 4 multis on this banner, just to get one of the boosters, and I'll be good, and hopefully get one of the other ones, or even more than that would be really, really cool in between. I'm not really gonna go super duper deep on this banner, but we'll go through what these characters do in this video today, so you guys understand what to look forward to, right? But then once again, you got the discount to 1 gem, and it just kind of repeats itself essentially at this point. I mean, you got another new character there, another new character step, and then on number 20, you get another Olin, Chopper, or Otama. So if you are looking for these boosted units, this is a fantastic Sugo-Fest banner to go for. However, a lot of people are saying at this point, the fact that they're trying to jam in 2 months worth of content in one, like, are they going to try and speed up both versions so that we could kind of have, like, you know, a merger between the versions, or at least have Global and JP be on par in terms of release scheduling? I don't know if that's going to really happen. I mean, if it starts happening next month, then I would definitely be on board that hype train. However, right now, it's a little bit difficult to try and, you know, comprehend whether or not that's actually going to happen. But I think, honestly, if you're a free-to-play player, you just don't touch Treasure Map Sugo-Fest to begin with. If you are the type of player that spends money on this game, well, then you can have a look at what these units do and make a decision from there. But, you know, in terms of actual next Legend releases, if we do go by the Japan scheduling, unless if there's, you know, a change to the structure, versus Ace and Akainu should be the next releasing character. So I want to make sure you guys know that Ace versus Akainu, technically, according to the JP schedule, should be next. However, they may shuffle things around. They may put Blackbeard and Moria first. They may do something else first. It's a little hard to know what's actually happening at this point. But if you're free to play, you avoid this banner. Anyways, let's talk about the new characters. So we have the brand new highest point booster for the Queen treasure map, which is going to be Olin, or Big Mom, who is a quick fighter free spirit. Captain effect doesn't really matter. Special ability removes all beneficial effects, changes block empty bomb into recovery, and then boosts dex and quick characters attack by 1.75 for 3 turns or 2.25 in a treasure map. Not too bad, honestly. I mean, removing beneficial effects is a pretty useful effect, honestly. You know, sometimes you will need that type of effect. But I don't like the fact that she removes beneficial effects and then applies an attack boost. That does kind of suck because it means you can't stack any of your higher attack boosts. I mean, obviously in treasure map, it's really good. Outside of that, don't really know how much she's going to see play. As a crewmate, what does she do? Base stats increase and then makes dex and quick characters recovery slots matching. That's really, really nice. And her support effect, which is probably the most important thing about these treasure map units, attaches to Chopper and Otama, and it says, once per quest, if the supported character uses their special, changes the supported character's block empty bomb into recovery and heals 10% of your crew's max health. Not an amazing support effect, it's just okay. I mean, there may be definite uses for this, but I don't know. It's definitely not the best support effect in the game. But remember, you know, this Big Mom is going to be the highest point booster, so that's where her value comes in, right? So, you know, she just seems kind of okay, but let's move on to Chopper, who I definitely know his support is fantastic. There's been so many times in the past I wish I had this support. But anyways, let's have a look. Chopper is a dex shooter free spirit with a special that will reduce all enemies' resilience and rainbow shield damage reduction by 5, and then boost color affinity of dex and int by 1.75, 2.25 on a treasure map, but it's only for 1 turn. This is a pretty good special. I mean, utility plus color affinity, it's okay. You could definitely find a use for it. His crewmate effect will go ahead and reduce all characters' paralysis by 1. That's really good. And then makes his own strength slots matching. And then his support effect attaching to any dex unit. And it says that if the supported character uses their special, you get a 1.3 color affinity to dex for 1 turn. Amazing support effect. Definitely will see lots of play. I mean, how many times would you use a color affinity support in the team? It's a relatively common thing. And this character is going to add to that for your dex teams, which is great because dex need all the help that they can get, and this unit helps out, so that's fantastic. So I really hope I get Chopper because he's just a fantastic support that I would definitely use in content. And then the last one for the treasure map Queen boosters is Otama. Now, Otama is a dex fighter free spirit with a special ability that will reduce bind by 4, reduces barriers by 1, locks your slots for 1 turn, and then boosts your orbs by 1.75. This is a great special that will definitely see play in content. This is a great special. In terms of her crewmate effects, makes her own tandem slots matching, boosts crew's base recovery by 30, which is whatever, and then her support effect, which attaches to Luffy, Lin, only those 2 characters, but once per quest, if you're inflicted with bind, you reduce it by 2 turns, you lock your orbs as well for 1 turn. This is a great support effect that, once again, will definitely see play. Just any type of utility-based support is going to be useful to have in some way, shape, or form because you never know when you're going to need it, and bind removal support is fantastic. And it's not if the character uses their special, it's just if you're inflicted with bind, which is also really, really good. So I like that. Plus, she attaches to Luffy, so Luffy just gets another great support unit, and then also Big Mom gets another nice support unit as well, which is fantastic. So, you know, nothing really bad about this unit, honestly. This unit is amazing. So those are all the treasure map Queen boosters, but then we have the treasure map Komurasaki boosters that are going to be debuting as well. So Sanji, if I do remember correctly, he is the highest point booster on Komurasaki's treasure map, but once again, we don't think we're getting a Komurasaki treasure map event. It's just that her rewards are probably going to be intertwined with Queen's. But anyways, let's talk about Sanji. So Sanji, he is a Psi fighter free spirit with a special that locks your chain, reduces lock chain should I say, and paralysis by 4 turns, and then gives you a 2.75 times chain lock 3x on a treasure map. That's okay. I mean, just a little bit of utility in Chainlock, nothing too crazy. Could see play in regular content. Crewmate effect will make side characters in slots matching. That's pretty good. And then just a stat boost. And then his support effect attaches to only Komurasaki. Okay. And it says once per quest, if the supported character uses a special, you get a 2.75 times Chainlock. That is fantastic, dude. We are still in a little bit of a pickle with this one though, because Komurasaki at the moment is not treated as a Hiyori character for some unknown reason. I think they need to fix that. So once that, you know, obviously gets fixed, then this is going to be, once again, just a god tier support. I mean, even at this moment, this is still a really good support because, I mean, there's not that many Hiyori units in the game, but it still would be nice if they did make that change. But still, for like Legend Komurasaki, Coliseum Komurasaki is still amazing, Treasure Map Komurasaki that's coming out as well. So these units gonna have that support, which is really, really nice to have. I love it. So Sanji, fantastic. Plus, he has Hunger, which is interesting as well. I didn't actually realize he had that. That's dope. All right, so let's move on to Frankie, or Frenosuke, who is a Sai shooter free spirit with a special that reduces threshold by 5, locks your slots for 1 turn, and then boosts the color affinity of strength and Sai by 1.75 for 3 turns, 2.25 on a treasure map. Again, pretty nice, you know, utility, all block, color affinity, pretty great special ability. Crewmate effect will keep a side slot if you hit it perfect, and he cannot be blown away, and his support attaches to Usopp or Komurasaki, adds 5% of his base stats, and if you hit it perfect, you remove threshold by 1 turn. Pretty good. Yeah, like these type of supports are pretty good, but like I personally don't use them too much. I know that they are pretty useful. Personally though, I haven't found too many situations where I'm like, oh yeah, I wish I had this support where I hit it perfect and I remove a defensive effect off the enemy. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of them, but the only one that stands out that I definitely use a lot is the Bath Time Carrot, the support rare recruit one that removes defense up by 2 turns. I feel like that's ridiculously valuable. The other ones I haven't used as much, but I definitely know that there are places for them. I just personally haven't used them that much, but still a pretty good support that can be used. And then the final unit is Usohachi, who is a strength shooter free spirit with a special that reduces attack down by 3, changes empty and badly matching to strength, and if the captain is strength or Sai, makes strength beneficial for 3 turns. Pretty nice, actually worked quite well with Odin, just giving you a full board of, well, not really a full board, but changes those orbs into strength, which you can use with Odin, which is cool, which is why these characters came out with Komurasaki treasure map. And then his crewmate effect will set all slots to strength at the start of the quest. That's pretty interesting, and just a base stat for that one. And his support effect is Sanji, Frankie, or Komurasaki. When they use the special, change their slot to strength, and then make strength matching for 1 turn. It's pretty similar to Log Luffy support. It's essentially 1 for 1, though I don't remember if Log Luffy is like when you use the special or it just activates at the final stage. But it's still not a terrible support, you know, it essentially just gives you a matching slot, so that's fine, right? It's okay, nothing too crazy there, but there's Usohachi. So I definitely like Sanji. Sanji seems really, really good. I like Otama, I like Chopper, but like the Big Mom, the Frankie's okay, and the Usohachi just seem like a little bit mediocre in my opinion. But that's it, guys. That's the rundown of all the new characters and the brand new treasure map Sugo-Fest. I will be pulling on part 1. Part 2 is Zoro boosted. The new super type Zoro is boosted on part 2. Part 3 has super type Kaido boosted. So depending on the situation and which one you want to pull for, wait for that side, because I believe the structure of the Sugo-Fest is the same, just the available legends will be different. So if you're looking for Zoro, pull on part 2. If you're looking for Kaido, pull on part 3. So that's going to end this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.